wanted to talk about chapter 1053 of One Piece today. So, I got myself a nice little list, and I'm just gonna run down the things that I thought would be really cool to talk about. And this isn't really a review. This is just more like me talking about a series I love. um, so number one on my list. Let me go over here to. I got chapter pulled up on the other screen. Um, Big News Morgan is a freaking menace. Like, he really does not care what the world government says. He just posts whatever he wants. He'll post horny on Maine if he thinks it's gonna make good news. He doesn't care. And I respect that a lot. Anyway, I love Big News Morgan, but, if he wasn't, if I had caught up by the time, Whole Cake had finished, I think Big News Morgan would have been my favorite character. But, I, I read and then forgot. But I do love Big News Morgan. On that Kid Law and Luffy. I think the 3 mil is warranted for Luffy. Kid and Law too, I think those are their correct bounties, honestly. Not 3 mil, 3 bill. Oh my lord. Yeah, 3 billion. Anyways, I think that's warranted because, Luffy was the leader to the eyes of everyone else. Luffy was the leader, and he was also the one who took down Kaido. But to the world government, they don't want him. Sorry, they don't want they don't want Luffy to seem any more powerful than he already is. It's sort of like they made him the Yonko because he was the leader, but they made his bounty the same as everyone else because they don't want the world to think that he's any more special than the other 3. I don't know. That seems like a counter argument, but I don't care. Sue me. What are you gonna do about it? Anyways, but yeah, I think that it's sort of like they made him a Yonko, but they didn't up his bounty simply because, another thing, Cyberpol was there reporting everything. So the world government knows that it wasn't just Luffy, one-on-one Kaido from the beginning. The Scabbards were there, the Kid Law, Killer, and Zoro were there, at the rooftop. Sorry for the bell, that's my cat. Hey, Queso. Anyways, it wasn't just Luffy that took down Kaido. Kaido was worn out over time. You want up? My cat, Queso. Anyways, but yeah. The 3 billion bounty on Luffy, I think it's warranted, because it's like, I don't think Luffy's like, he just got Gear 5, so it's like, it's not like he's, the craziest character around. I feel like, throw maybe 2 Yonkos at once, what the hell could Luffy do? Even after defeating freaking Kaido, and it wasn't even like a fair one-on-one, the whole time. Don't do that. Even though it wasn't like a fair one-on-one the whole time, Luffy was still like out as soon as he took down Kaido. Odin's dad. I didn't care. Honestly, I'm like, cool, I guess. I was just like, I completely forgot. Don't hit the mic. I completely forgot that, Odin had a dad. To me, it's just sort of like, okay. Aside from, I remember in the chapter here, if I, 2, 3. I'm the very man who allowed Orochi to seize control over Wano. I dare go public and declare my survival. Does Momo know? No, and I have no intention of telling him. With that, I'm like, okay, well, maybe he won't, tell Momo about, like, the poneglyphs and all that. Maybe not, but the same time, I feel like, he will. He just won't state that he's, Odin's dad. But still, at the same time, interesting, cool. I don't really care. One thing I really do care about that whole segment is the fact that frickin', let me pull it up, Robin is basically me. It's all like, I thought of committing seppuku right on the spot. Senpuku, sorry. Wait, Mr. Tengu. And then he's like, I'm certain that somewhere in this country is the ancient weapon Pluton. Like, Robin's like, I don't care about your backstory. Pluton's here, right? And that was basically me. Like, as soon as I was all like, and that basically tells us that Robin, where's the poneglyph in Alabasta said it was here. And it's, to me, like, Robin knew, and she just straight up doesn't care. Even after, Ennie's Lobby, Water 7, she was still like, she is the only one who knows where, the Pluton is. She's the only one who can read the poneglyphs, aside from, certain Wano people. But it's like, it just confirms something that we basically all knew. Because, I don't have it pulled up on the other screen, but she said, it's all like, how did Crocodile know that that poneglyph would tell us about Pluton? Now that I think about it. Because we knew the poneglyph was about Pluton, Crocodile said so, but how did he know? How did he know? That's something very interesting. Anyways, next point, Green Bull showing up. I think Green Bull looks cool. I think he's definitely a menace, and he is definitely not here to have sit down and chat and be like, freaking, what's his name? Fujitora. Because I feel like if we do the entire Fujitora thing again, that's just backtracking. And though it would make, narratively, it's all like we saw how Doflamingo's fight was similar to Kaido's fight, as in, the ending punch looked the same, it was a big punch, but I don't think that Green Bull is here to be nice, because he even says, you did good, and when no, I love that guy's no corners attitude, cut no corners attitude. I want to hear him say, you did good, when I bring him this kid's head. Because it's sort of like, Sakatsuki don't care. Sakatsuki don't care, so to me it's like, right, Green Bull don't care. And the last point I wanted to go over, fireworks are cool. I think Kid going after Luffy was also cool. I like seeing everyone party after the raid. But last major point, Buggy is a freaking emperor. I want to know what happened. I want to know how the hell he freaking, BS this way into the emperor title, he definitely does have, the legacy behind him, It's sort of like, we as the audience know he's a fake, but how the hell does anyone else know, Because to everyone else, he's a former warlord. He's got tons of prestige in the fact that he broke out of Impel Down with Luffy, if I didn't read One Piece, I was just a person, living in the One Piece world on a random island and read the newspaper, I would believe Buggy was a powerful pirate, And I think it's also funny, it's just such an Oda thing for, Oda to do. Here's this freaking idiot, Buggy the freaking clown, or Buggy the genius jester, as the Viz chapter says. Anyway, I think it's cool. And then, Green Bull at the very end says, sounds like they're having a grand old time up there. Well, the Navy ain't in any mood to celebrate you brats. Which makes me think that none of the warlords were caught. That's what that makes me think. Because, imagine, the warlord system, poof, destroyed, and now the outside world is in an unholy mess. That just makes me think that none of the warlords were caught. Which would make sense why Buggy's an emperor. Like, what if Buggy BS this way into, having a good chunk of the warlords, on his side, What if Buggy has, like, a Rocks-like, crew, of the 7 warlords? Like, imagine Buggy is, like, this weird guy that just was able to bring the other weirdos together.